Hey, Shalom, everybody. Shalom. This is Officer Marcotte, and I'm here with Officer Zanakaria. All right. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. And we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Ached.
There is all God, Lord.
Khan. Yeah. I'm just going to give you a brief summary on last week's Sabbath service. Uh, Matter of fact, let's get that started with Ezekiel 43. Get my sword, bro. Sure. Right over here. And what I'm what I'm what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep this consistent of do a brief summary for those who cannot sit down for 2 hours and a half due to children or work. You know what I mean? Going back and forth inside to work, or they got to chase kids around and their kids can't sit down for long periods of time. So that's what these are for here. I wanted you to use now. Right. So this brief summary is for those reasons. All right. I'm just trying to help people out where that way they can get this milk and they can hear the law being read and they can understand some things. Okay, because everybody's going to be judged by the law. Okay, so me as I being from the tribe of Judah, I'm a lawgiver. So I got to know the law in and out. I'm gonna do my best. All right, and staying consistent in reading this law, and I'm gonna teach y'all, and Lord willing, you're able to sit through these and listen. Okay. So yeah, start at 43, officer.
So this is 43 words. What?
It's Ezekiel.
Legal.
Slacky. Yeah, start at verse 1. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 43, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
After he brought me to the gate, even the gate that looketh toward the east,
Mm-hmm.
and behold, the glory of God, Israel, came from the way of the east, and his voice was like a noise of many waters.
And this is Yahweh Shai. It's not Yahweh. It's Yahweh Shai. All right, go ahead.
And the earth shined with his glory,
Mm-hmm.
and it was according to the appearance of the vision which I saw, even according to the vision that I saw when I came to destroy the city.
Mm-hmm.
And the visions were like the vision that I saw by the river
Chabar.
and I fell upon my face.
Right? Fell upon his face due to respect. Bowing down to his Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the glory of the Lord came into the house by the way of the gate, whose prospect is toward the east.
Mm-hmm.
So the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, the glory of the Lord filled the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard him speaking unto me. Come. So I can.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And I heard him speaking unto me out of the house, and the man stood by me. Verse 7. And he said unto me, Son of man, the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever, and my holy name shall be the house of Israel, no more defiled.
So you're basically saying that, hey, he's going to always stand in the midst of Israel and no one else. It's like he said in Matthew 1 and 21. I came to save Israel. He's basically said, my feet are only going to be in the midst of Israel and no one else. All right, go ahead.
They nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by the carcasses of their kings in their high places.
Mm-hmm. So you got to understand what's going on. I'm going to stop here. Um, I'm going to give y'all a picture real quick. The whoredom that they did. Let me share my screen. Come on, here you go. So start back at the top of verse 7 real quick.
Ezekiel chapter 43, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
He said unto me, Son of man,
Uh-huh.
the place of my house, the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet,
Uh-huh.
where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever. And my holy name shall the house of Israel no more defile, neither they nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by the carcasses of their kings in their high
So
places.
neither they nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by their carcasses of their kings in their high places. So what whoredom did they commit? At a certain period of time, they was committing a lot of whoredom in the, physical whoredom. Samuel, in the book of Samuel, the two twin Levites, they were sleeping with the women at the head of the porch. You get that a lot in Israel. You know what I'm saying? Men sleeping with the women. They just having multiple wives. They just piling them onto them. And they just having sex with all kind of women. And they committing whoredom, being a whoremonger. And also, you got a whoremonger as in, idolatry, serving other gods. And they were making sacrifices unto idols on the altar. All right, let me give y'all a good meaning of idolatry out of the Strongs real quick. Uh, let me see. I'm going to go to the blue letter. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this one real quick just to go here first. Ezekiel, let me go over here. Whoredom. I'm just going to show y'all and let y'all understand. Go. Boom. Whoredom. Fornication. Harlotry. All right. Adultery. Figuratively, infidelity. Idolatry. Whoredom. So adultery will be a man sleeping with another man's wife, a woman sleeping with another man that's not her husband, all right, or a man and a woman that's serving another god, okay. And figuratively infidelity, that they're cheating on their God, which is the Most High God, with other gods that don't even breathe they can't even get up and walk and do anything themselves. Okay, idolatry, same thing. And whoredom, you know, that goes with idolatry. And you got a whoredom, a whoremonger, as a man, he just sleeps with women. He just goes around sleeping with them, leaving them, and not even letting them know that is his wife. Okay, so then I'm gonna go here. Okay. So idolatry, right? Let's just get a better understanding of idolatry real quick. So mortify, you got to slay it, deprive it, right? And these are what the Levites were doing, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. And they're still doing it today, man. Over there in Haiti, they over there just doing all kinds, man. Just all kind of voodoo and Santeria and all that other stuff. That's doing smoke this and all kind of crap like that, man. Okay, the worship idolatry, all right? In the Latin, idolat, idolatry, okay? That's in the Latin, how you pronounce it, all right? The worship of false gods, okay? Idolatry. Of the formal sacrificial feasts held in honor of false gods, of avarice, okay? Let me get y'all understanding of avarice. 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 Extreme greed for wealth or material gain. That is considered idolatry. All right. Avarice. Extreme greed for wealth or material gain. So, this word right here, let's see. I should have just did that. You know, I'm learning with this, man. Boom. Have extreme greed for wealth or material gain. So you got this extreme greed for wealth, money. You know, like they said, money is the root of all evil. All right, money can be used for the things that you need in a righteous way, and money can be used in an unrighteous way. Extreme greed for wealth or material gain, just to buy things. Like you got over here. Look at Mr. Krabs. He has an avarice spirit, idolatry. He loves money. All right, idolaters. Look at her, all going after these false gods. Look at them loving money. Look at this. He won't even feed the poor. Look at it. Greedy for gain. All right, equivitousness. All right, watch this. See what that means. Excessive interest in acquiring money or material things. Right, equivitousness. Acquisitiveness. Okay. Watch this. Acquisitiveness. Bam. All right. So let me go back. All right, let's go back over here to the Strongs. Boom. As a worship of Mammon. All right, let's see what that is. Boom. This is what the whoredom they were committing, you guys. All right, this is the whoredom. All right. Come on, man. I feel like being here all day. Got this little. There you go. Mammon, wealth regarded as an evil influence or false object of worship and devotion. It was taken by medieval writers as the name of the devil of covetousness and revived in a sense by Milton. All right, this is just that's like avarice or equivitousness. These are all synonyms of one another. All right, mammon. Somebody can be after mammon. That's money. All right. So it's like a false object of worship. Just going after that money. That's all you want is that money, or you lose control of everything. Money is good for what you want, but don't get caught up in it. So what were they doing over here? Committing whoredom and idolatry. They were making sacrifices. Right here, give me that in Ezekiel. Finish reading it real quick so we can go over to 27 and finish this out. Start at 7.
Ezekiel chapter 43, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto me, Son of man, the place of my throne, in the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever.
Right here.
And my holy name shall the house of Israel no more defile.
Right.
Neither they nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by the carcasses of their kings in their high places.
And by me pointing this out, this is where the Most High will send Yahweh Shai to speak, or an angel to speak to Aaron, right? And Aaron will have a bunch of pomegranate bells around his garment at the hems of him. Read. This is the holy of the holiest behind this veil, okay? The holy of the holiest. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And their setting of their threshold by my thresholds, and their post by my posts, and the wall between me and them.
Right here.
They have even defiled my holy name by their abominations that they have committed.
People that wasn't Israelites were coming behind here. Right? They was all up in here. Right here. Here goes the altar of burnt incense. Here goes the menorah. Right here. 7 candlesticks. Here goes the shewbread. That's right here. And this is the basin where they wash their hands and their feet wash at the bottom. Right here. And here goes the altar. Read.
Wherefore I've consumed them in mine anger. Now let them put away their whoredom and the carcasses of their kings.
And the whoredom is those unrighteous sacrifices and everything else. You know, gain of money, people rich putting in much more than they should have, or the poor, people wanting more from the poor. You know, keep going.
And the carcass of their kings far from me, and I will dwell in the midst of them forever.
Right.
Thou son of man, shew the house to the house of Israel, that they may be ashamed of their iniquities.
Hey, there is a shame that is a sin, right? And that's this. So they may be ashamed. Shew this house to the house of Israel. He's talking about this one right here. Keep going.
And let them measure the pattern. And if they be ashamed of all that they have done, shew them the form of the house, and the fashion thereof, and the goings out thereof, and the comings in thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the ordinances thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the laws thereof, and write them in their sight, that they may keep the whole form thereof, and all the ordinances thereof, and do them.
All right, hold up real quick. Let me show them something. All right, where he's reading real quick. All right, it says, shew the house to the house of Israel. Let's go to real quick. Just summary, it's going to be real quick for y'all. All right, just so y'all know. House, dwelling, habitations, shelter, abode of animals, human bodies, figure, show. Temple. Whose house is that? The Most High. Show them the house. He's back there, you know, on the mercy seat between the 2 cherubims. All right, so temple, all right. Abbreviated, the house and the greatest verification of applications, especially firmly. Court, daughter, door, dungeon, all right, family, fourth, all right. It won't show up anyways. All right. All right, place. A temple, right? Within or out. So, but this is talking about the tabernacle of them holding the whoredom that they committed in the tabernacle, okay? So, that's the house. That's what I wanted to show you. That's the house he's talking about. Go to 27 real quick, and then it will end out there real quick. And then we'll let you know what he said in Matthew real quick about the scribes and Pharisees. You know, the stuff, the whoredom and stuff that they was doing. That's what it's talking about when you go over there. This is the whoredom and stuff. This is the righteousness that they was doing. They wasn't keeping their job. There is a shame that is a sin. And like I said over here, thank you. And like I said over here, you know, what the priests and the scribes and them were doing, they was committing that whoredom. Let's see something real quick. So I can see where I want you to go.
Verse 20 here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exodus chapter 27, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt command the children of Israel
Right.
that they bring thee pure oil, olive beaten, for the light to cause the lamp to burn always.
And this is the lamp right here, so it can burn always. Okay.
And the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil.
The tabernacle of the congregation without the veil. This is what inside the veil. This is without the veil right here. Go ahead.
Come. Which is before the testimony. Aaron and his sons shall order it from the evening to the morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever unto their generations, on the behalf of the children of Israel.
Right. So these are the jobs. There's a shame that is a sin, and it's a shame not to do their job. It's to keep the order of the tabernacle. Didn't he say, and this is the order? This is the order of the tabernacle. Of them not doing that job and completing it and everything else, how were we able to get a sacrifices unto the Most High? We wasn't. How were we be able to? How are we able to give free will offerings, heave offerings, atonement offerings? It's a plethora of offerings that we're not doing and able to do right now because we're not in our land. This is our brother's land, but it's been taken from them, and we're in the land of our captivity upon of our oppressors. All right. So go ahead and give me Matthew 5:13. Like I said, I'm just giving you a brief summary of what it was talking about. And then from Ezekiel 43, we started at 1. But in the Torah portion, it'll tell you Ezekiel 43 and started at verse 10. But we went to verse 1 just to bring it into context for you. And y'all, this is the only camp. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say we're the only camp. That would be presumptuous. I'm just going to say we are probably one of the camps that will start up in context for you and read down and go word for word, chapter for chapter with you. We will go precept upon precept. Trust me, we will. But we also, when we go through the Torah portions, we start up at the top. We like to. All right? But we like to keep order as well. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Right.
It is thenceforth good for nothing.
Hey, this is not a Levite, y'all. A Levite is the Haitians today. Dark brothers. Very dark brown brothers. Okay, so this faggot right here, this is them just pretending to be us. All right. Most High don't like leprosy. All right, go ahead.
It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
So the Levites have lost their Savior. Man. They lost their Savior, that salt that makes them who they are. Go ahead.
Verse 14. You are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill.
They're the light of the world, the Levites. Go ahead.
Cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
So what you got to understand, you got Yahweh Shai, and when it comes to the temple, it's the Levites. All right, and they got to go to every nation, every gate, and teach everybody. And what you got to understand, that's why they speak a lot of languages, is because of their blessing. The Levites, they speak French, they speak Spanish. All right, they probably speak other stuff, but they speak languages, so they got to be able to communicate. We are scattered to the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right.
I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
What's that? Acts 3:18.
3:18.
Yeah, Acts 3:18. What he fulfilled was the word, and then when you go to First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 55, that'll show you right there also. For him keeping the word, he was made a judge in Israel. All right. So him fulfilling the word. Start from 17 at the top.
Think not that I come to destroy the law or the
And
prophets.
this is Christ talking.
I
It's in
come
red.
not to destroy, but to fulfill.
He don't come to destroy, but to fulfill the law, to fulfill the word of the Most High. He's not coming to destroy, but he's come to fulfill. Keep going.
For verily I say to you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
To what?
Till all be fulfilled.
Nothing will pass from the law until all be fulfilled. You got those certain brothers they elect that are have their sins nailed to the cross with Christ. That's the 144,000 of the children of Israel, all 12 tribes. Okay, read.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so.
So that's a shame. The whoredom they were committing, the Levites in the temple. Now it's talking more about this right now. But all men of Israel are priests now through the Melchizedek order. So he's talking to the prophets right now because they are priests right now. They are taking care of the temple. All right. When we out there holding camp, that's the temple. We keeping that job. Everybody's keeping a job. Everything is being done decently and in order. Okay. Go ahead.
He shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Con.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
And that's what a lot of people are not seeing. He that do and keep them shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So why would you say the law is done away with when they say whoever shall do them shall be great in the kingdom of heaven? That don't make any sense. And then you got people, as soon as you tell them that, you make logical sense, they be like, well, it's impossible for you to keep all the laws. That's why he rehearsed them. You keep practicing. It's hard to keep these laws. No, you're just a wicked person. That's all that is. Keep reading.
Verse 20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, you shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
The righteousness got to exceed the scribes and the Pharisees, man. The Pharisees, they were keeping the law. They were keeping the law, but they didn't want to. Somebody will come to borrow money, and they'll let them loan some money, but they didn't want to loan them no money. All right? Was that it? And that's just a brief summary. Just letting you know the house of the tabernacle that it was talking about in Ezekiel. He was painting a picture. All right? If you go ahead and continue to read that, the Lord Yahweh Shai was just painting a picture for Ezekiel. Right? And it was of a body, which is the temple. A body, which is I showed you. But it's actually this body right here, this temple of the Most High's. All right? Because he's in there. Right there in the mercy seat. Between the two cherubims. That's where he'll come and talk. Right there. And chop it up with Aaron. Okay? So with that, man, we give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. And we do so in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world even called Jesus Christ. Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Allah Yahweh Yahweh Ched.
There is over God's Lord.
Khan, Shalom.